In this episode of Expat Podcast the Netherlands, Michel Daenen has a conversation with Siddharth Gupta. Siddharth had a successful career in India when his wife got a job offer in the Netherlands. When that offer turned into a permanent contract, they decided that Siddharth would leave it all behind and move to the Netherlands as well, so they could live together. A journey with ups and downs started for him when things did not work out as planned. In this interview, Siddharth shares openly his experiences as being an expat spouse in the Netherlands and gives tips for how to move forward in difficult times. So we're here in The Hague, in a beautiful place. It's yours, right?
Yes.
And it's a sunny day.
Yes,
in
indeed.
autumn in the Netherlands, and you're here since not so long, right?
We arrived here in Hague in January last year. My wife came before me, so she came in May in 2022, back in 2022. Yeah.
Right, so you were apart for a while.
Yes, for a while, yes.
Yeah, and then you came back, as you said, you have to come as well.
Yes, I had no choice.
You had no choice, you were forced to.
Yes.
And how did you do? How do you like it so far?
I think that Netherlands is a very beautiful country. To be honest, people are very nice, very cheerful. And I really like the culture, the weather, everything.
Oh, really? Even the weather?
Yeah, surprisingly, because back in India, it's a little humid, which I don't like. So I like the fact that it's not humid. Although it rains, I don't mind that.
Right, it's not that humid, it's not that hot, right?
Yeah, humidity in a hot, something I don't like, yeah.
Yeah, because it can be very hot in India.
It is. It
Yeah.
is, yeah.
Yeah, and here we haven't seen that at all. I guess last summer has been a bit warm sometimes, but maybe for your standards.
Yeah, it's still fine for us. Yeah, summers were a little hot. I have heard from people that was a little hot than before, but still, of course, in India, it's way hotter. Yeah, so it's better.
Yeah. Well, the fact that I'm sitting here is pretty much a coincidence, or in a funny way it happened, because we met last Saturday on a fair, an expat fair in The Hague. Yeah. Very nice, I must say. Really? Do you agree? It was a nice place?
Yes. So I've started going to I've started networking a little. I realized the significance of networking. So I came to know about Expat Fair, and I had certain expectations and fulfilled all those expectations. Yeah. So as far as networking is concerned, so I met you. So
that's part of networking.
Part of networking. Yeah. And I heard some, good insights about Den Haag that otherwise I won't. So this is a good thing.
Yeah. Good. Yes, and we were together in a workshop about finding a job, because I help people finding a good job, a suitable job in the Netherlands, and you are looking for a suitable job in the Netherlands. So we were in the same workshop, and you asked several questions. You were very active, something I really liked, that you're seeing how you were active, proactive, and you wanted to know everything. I guess that's a wonderful thing to have, because that gets you further down the road, right? And then I approached you afterwards and say, well, who are you? And then my wife came with the idea to interview you for this podcast. And you said yes.
Yeah, it was something, it was something unexpected, to be honest. But as far as the job thing is concerned, I have been looking for a job for a while now. Mm-hmm. So when I came to that particular presentation, I was pretty sure what I was looking for and what mistakes I was making before. So I was looking for some additional knowledge. I got that, but and I was giving inputs as far my experience was concerned. So the experience that I had in last one and a half years.
Yeah, it was very valuable also for the people who were there. Yeah. Actually, so they learned quite a lot about your experience, and you were very determined. You said, I know the things that sort of hindered me so far. Yeah. So that's why I approached you, say this is a guy that really knows what he's doing. Yeah. And so today my idea was to talk about these things, and also because it doesn't happen too much that the so-called spouse is, in your case, so the one who is not actually going here because of work, is a male, right? Usually you hear the spouse is the female who comes along with the husband, and the husband has a job in the Netherlands, and she comes along, and then she has her own process of going through different stages. And you're the male spouse. And you started smiling when I said that, because it's a rare species. Yeah. And well, I guess because of that, I wanted to dive into that a bit more. What's it like to join your wife here in the Netherlands, not having that kind of stability yet in your career? You left probably something behind.
Yes.
So I wanted to focus on that. So shall we start with what you had before? Back in India, which place do you come from?
Yeah. So I was staying in New Delhi, which is the capital of India. And then I was working in the national capital region itself. And I was working as a principal software engineer, which is equivalent to an associate manager there in India, back in India. And I have around 11 years of experience in software testing, where I've primarily worked in the IT sector, in the banking industry. I have 10 plus years of experience in the banking industries. I do have some good experience with SEPA payments. I think you must be knowing about the SEPA payments. Yes. So I have around 3 to 4 years of SEPA payments experience as well.
So vast experience, actually.
Yeah, and around 3 the experience in the mortgage, insurance, pensions industries. And I've worked with various automation tools. So this is as far as my experience is concerned.
So you had quite a career so far.
Yeah, I did.
And is it that you were basically working with the technical part, or did you have to work with a team and guide the team as well, same time?
I've done both. So I have worked where I was required to guide, mentor, guide, or lead a team of 7 to 8 people. When I was working with Fidelity Information Services. The last company I worked with was Ultimate Chronos Group, which is a US headquartered company. And my role was primarily an individual contributor, but we had to do a lot of back and forth with the product managers, the product owners, the developers. Yeah, so it involved a lot of communication. Yeah, so
yeah. Okay, so already, because you're rather young to have such an experience, right? How old are you?
I'm 36.
Right, yeah. So it's a good career. Yeah. And everything was going sort of according to plan, it sounds like, right?
Yeah.
And then your wife got a job in the Netherlands. Can you tell us how that went?
Yeah, so I'll just tell you a backstory. So it happened, it was during the peak of COVID. I think the COVID was fading away. I think it was 2022, back in 2022. April, May, she was working with Technip Energies, and she got this opportunity. It was an intra-corporate transfer. I really wanted her to take this opportunity because, it was really good for her career and something that will enhance her career, give her the international exposure that was required. And I wanted her to take this opportunity. She was a little reluctant. She was a little intimidated by the fact that she'll have to move to a different country, live alone, live in a country where English is not the main language, one of the barriers.
Yeah.
And then the culture, the work culture, the culture altogether is so different here.
What did you know about the Netherlands at that time?
Honestly, we just knew about Amsterdam. So we never heard about The Hague, to be honest. So Amsterdam was one thing that came to mind when we talk about Netherlands. That was the thing.
Okay.
So
you learned a lot since then.
Absolutely, we learned a lot.
We'll talk about that later. But first, so she got an invitation actually within the company to work in another country, a totally different country, a new country to you. And actually you, encouraged her to take that step. And she listened to you.
Yeah, I really wanted her because, as I said, I wanted her to take this international exposure.
Yeah.
Which will be very good for...
So that's the career actually at number one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And it was a short-term opportunity. It was a 10 months opportunity at that time.
Oh, that makes it different.
Yeah.
You think go for it and get that experience.
Yeah, and then come back and work in India. So that was the goal. And then I said, even if you're struggling a little, I'll come here. I'll help you get settled and I'll help you with the initial setup and all these things. So as I said, I came in just a month after she went to Netherlands. She was in a company apartment that time. And
so you came actually to help her settle down.
Yeah.
It was not the plan to stay here for you.
No. Right? At that time, it was not a plan.
So you just helped her.
Yeah.
So 1 month you had to do it by yourself and then you came.
Yeah. So I wanted her that she settled so that at least for the next 9 months, she can work, concentrate on her work.
And you can go back, rest assured.
Yes. Yeah. So I took a leave from, at that time I was working. And I took a leave and I told them so and so reasons. So I came, we did as planned, we did stuff. Then again...
Did you also enjoy the country same time?
Absolutely, I did.
Yeah?
And we happened to travel to a couple of other countries as well, since I came on a Schengen visa. So
okay.
Yeah, so
you could explore a little bit for that month.
Yes.
Must have been nice that month.
It was nice. So yeah. we explored some things which we earlier never knew about Netherlands, apart from Amsterdam.
Can you mention a few?
Haarlem, Leiden. There's so many places I cannot name one.
Oh, you visited several places, several cities
in the Netherlands itself.
Right.
Yeah. So
and also other countries, you said, right?
Yeah. So we went to Switzerland at that time.
Switzerland. I see the mountains.
Yeah. Switzerland we went, and then we went to France as well. So yeah.
Oh, wow. A whole trip.
Yeah. So we thought, if I'm here, let's do a 7-8 days trip to these countries as well, apart from exploring a bit of Netherlands.
Sure.
So we did this stuff. I helped her settle down, do her, make her feel comfortable in the new country, and then we explored some places at the same time.
So after a month, how did you go back home?
I went sad. I was missing her for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But I had this thing in mind that it is a matter of 9 months or 9 or 10 months probably. So I thought maybe she'll come back and she'll have that vital experience that I always wanted her to have. So that was the plan. Yeah,
that word that you used was funny. Maybe she will come back. So weren't you really sure at that time?
No. Maybe maybe she'll come back with. I just use a maybe, but I was pretty. So there was no plan to stay back at that time.
Yes,
to be honest.
Yes, but something has changed because you're still here.
Yeah.
I mean, like you came back.
Yeah.
And now you're here for a longer time.
Yes.
So what happened in between?
Yes.
What made it change?
So just one more thing. So after that trip, I had to come back again because she was feeling a little sick, and that was related to the homesickness as well. So I had to come back for 10 days again in the month of August.
To take care of her.
To 10-15 days.
That's not a nice reason to go.
Yeah, and it was getting difficult for me to explain at my office as well.
I guess.
Yeah. So
because how much leave do you get normally in India?
We get around 20 to 25 days roughly in a year, in annual, and then we have the public holidays as well.
Right, and you already got your leave for a whole month.
Yeah, so this time it was a little different. I had that exception. I made an exception this time around that I had this reason. My wife is there and she needs me and all.
Good that they let you go.
Yeah, that was really good. Yeah. But second time also, again, I had to make an exception. But by end of October, November, it was already the start of winter. It was getting a little dark. The days were shorter and colder, as you know. So she was again feeling homesickness, sick, and all these things. Now we had to take a decision whether she'll stay further or she'll come back.
And we were still within the range of the 10 months.
Yes, we will still. So she came in May 2022.
Which is like spring, nice weather.
Yes, nice weather. So now it was cold. Days were shorter and all these things. So she was...
It's a different experience, huh? Yeah. And you're here alone then in that case.
Yeah. Yeah. Now at that time we had to make a decision whether she'll stay here for more time or not. But at the same time, they offered her a permanent position at that time, given her work.
That changed.
That changed.
So not being really comfortable yet, but then getting such an offer. So how did you go through that decision together?
Yeah. So what happened was she got a permanent, given her work, she got a permanent opportunity. Then we had to take a decision whether she will come back because she didn't want to stay without me, to be honest. She wanted
that was my question. Then when you came to sort of rescue her emotionally, did that help?
Yeah.
In terms of being lonely and being homesick.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Because it was not like she was not liking the country or the work culture. It was just that she needed me. And I knew that.
That's a nice feeling.
Yeah. I knew that from the beginning.
So the homesick was really Siddharth.
Yes.
Yeah.
So in November, December, we had to make a decision whether she'll stay here.
How did you do that? How did you go through such a sort of life decision at that time together?
Yeah.
Being here, right? You were here.
No, in November, I was not here.
Oh, you did this, in a distance?
Yeah, in a distance. So
right.
She told me that she has got this opportunity where they're offering her a permanent role here.
And you were back home?
I was back in India, yeah.
And she gave you that news?
Yes.
What was your first thought?
It was a confused thought. Now what to do? So initial plan, as I told, was to stay for a short term, right?
That was the plan.
That was the plan. But now, since they gave her this opportunity, a good position, a decent remuneration, all these things, then we had to make a choice whether I will leave my job or she'll come back here. She'll come back to India or I'll come here.
Yeah.
I thought, why not? I try different country altogether.
Let's jump into it.
Yeah. So
was that a courageous step?
It was, because I was doing pretty well at my present company at that time. I was at a principal level, which is a good enough level in India.
You made your career.
Yeah.
At a young age.
Yeah. So all things were hunky and dory for me at that time. Yeah. But then, and Europe was never in mind. Staying in Europe was never in mind. So
you've just been here twice now.
Yes. So by coming here twice, at least I knew what the good things about Netherlands.
You had a good impression.
Yeah, I had got a certain impression about the country. It was very beautiful, to be honest. It was very beautiful. So this is something we liked, and we liked that 1.5 phase of staying away from India in a totally different land. So
the adventure was also appealing somehow.
Yes, it indeed was.
Yeah,
and there were few challenges I did not foresee at that time. So, but we took this decision that I'll come here. I came here by the end of December. So I left my job.
Right in the middle of winter.
Yeah.
The end of December.
Yes.
So that's sort of like holiday area here.
Yes.
And then, okay.
Yeah. So I left my job in 22nd of December and I came here on 23rd of December. So
what did your employer say in India? Because he let you go twice to go to the Netherlands. And now you say, well, I have news for you. I'm actually leaving.
They wanted me to stay there because I was doing good and there were opportunities lying for me as well. But I wanted to explore this new opportunity as well. So this is something we had made up our mind that we want to try this.
You know, that's what I meant, because when we started this conversation, I was talking about the spouse. And this is what many spouses go through, right? They have a wonderful situation back home. Things are going as planned. In many cases, that happens to many people. As I said, in many cases, it's the wife who has that kind of situation. You know, they have like their career, everything goes, smoothly. And then you actually interrupt this completely. You know, you stop it and you say, I go start over again somewhere else on the other side of the world. And that happened to you. Was that a hard decision for you?
It was hard. It was hard for me because I was doing pretty good in my career. But the good thing was that she was getting a good opportunity here as well. So that was one thing that...
it's not complete uncertainty.
Yeah, because at one end we were secure that she'll get a job eventually. So this was one thing that, okay, now at least even if I have to wait for some time, we have something, in store for us. So this was a factor that encouraged us to take this step.
I understand.
Yeah.
And on top of that, I sort of fill in adventure.
Yeah, obviously we love the country. I'm being very generous. I really like the country.
Nice. Nice. Wow. So you came here, and this is now, you said, this year, right?
No,
the year before.
January,
in 2023. So you're here, let's say, 1.5 years from about a little bit more.
Yeah.
And since then, what have you been doing?
So what happened was when I arrived here, I came on a temporary visa at that time. So, and her permanent contract was also not materialized at that time, which took some time. She got it in April 2023. And then they applied for my dependent visa and took some time. So it took around 7 months when I got my work permit.
All the paperwork.
Everything. But I didn't take it as a setback because in my 11 years of career, I had never taken a break. So I thought this will be a good opportunity to rejuvenate, to
let's relax a little,
to give your mind a little break. Yeah. So I took it as an opportunity instead of getting discouraged that I'll be staying at home for 7 months. So, and we happened to travel to a few places at that time as well, because that was a plan that 7 months we'll explore, you settle down in your new job and everything. Yeah, so that was a plan. But after 7 months, as I said earlier, I didn't foresee few challenges that might come in my way. And I was pretty sure that I had a decent experience to get a job immediately once I get the work permit. But that did not happen that way. So language was one of the barriers for me. I was not getting shortlisted for 50% of the jobs.
Did you already start learning Dutch in those 7 months?
Absolutely not.
No.
So
did you think of it or deliberately not do it?
Nowhere in my mind I wanted to learn Dutch because nowhere in my mind.
Why is that?
Because I thought I spoke decent English and I thought I can manage with English. So that was
Somebody told you or you thought?
I thought. We thought that, okay, we can do with English. So Dutch was nowhere in the mind at that time. that I have to, till the end of last year, we not even thinking of learning Dutch.
And also there, something changed.
Yeah, so I'll tell you what changed.
Yeah.
So this was happening. So I was not getting shortlisted for jobs because
because of lack of Dutch. Was that the main reason?
Yeah. So shortlisting was because of the lack of Dutch, and due to few technical skill set, because the work culture here is a little different back in India than back in India. So there were few technical skill set also that is required. That is a few technical skill set that is required here, which I realized later. Okay, maybe these things are also required because I was working with a certain skill set in India, and I was doing pretty okay. So I never felt the need of learning new skill set.
So there in that surrounding, everything was fine.
Yeah.
But now in a new environment, you discovered you need to learn something new.
And
on top of that, the language.
No, language was not in mind till that time as well. So I wanted to see if I can just learn some technical skills.
And then you'll be fine.
Yeah, then I'll be fine. So because I always felt that, okay, English is a global language, so it can be managed with. But although I was getting opportunities, but those were not as frequent and not as in abundance that I really wanted to. Okay, I was getting far in sometimes, opportunities. Then the skill set was a mismatch at times. So these were little struggles.
There was no real match until then.
And then the dependent visa was not helping my case at all.
Okay.
And I did not realize that dependent visa was a cause of concern until recently.
For the future employer.
For the future employer. I thought I have a work permit and that should be good enough. But I never knew that they take this into consideration, that a dependent visa is not a good choice for them. So they would prefer someone with a normal HSM visa instead of a dependent visa.
So there's a setback as a spouse.
Absolutely. So, but I did not realize it at that time. So I thought maybe it's just the language.
So you discovered actually those obstacles down the road.
Yeah.
And that's actually what you said last Saturday in the group with the workshop.
Yeah. So dependent visa, language, some skill set mismatch. I was getting a little frustrated. And
I was just about to ask, what does it do to you mentally, right? Because you had high hopes and expectations. I'll do this 7 months, I'll be relaxing a bit, take a break, and then, the jobs will flow to me. That didn't happen. No. So what does that do to you?
Can I tell you one more thing?
Sure.
Along the way, I got through 3 good companies as well. Along this way, I was able to clear the interviews for these companies. Things did not fall in place. There were reasons. I can tell you if you want. But yeah, I managed to go through 3 companies. And then things did not find they were about to give me an offer letter. They did not. And I was we together grew so frustrated. We are so sad that now it's been. So all this process took me around 1 year. So after 7 months, I applied for jobs. I was getting very few opportunities. The very few that I was getting, I was able to make it through 3 good opportunities. And then in these 3 opportunities, the final thing did not happen. The final push of giving.
That is frustrating.
Yeah, that is.
Yes. So my question was what does it do to you?
It is very discouraging because I was not someone who was, starting afresh. Starting afresh as in sense in career wise, because I already had 10, 11 years of experience.
Yeah.
So I was not expecting that. And we were in a dilemma what to do, because she had a settled job. But by that time, she had settled into a new permanent job as well.
Yeah.
And
you were not managing finding what you wanted.
What I wanted. Now, but I, again, all this time, to be honest, and one more thing. So health was again getting to be a little more concern for me. So right now I was 20 kgs more than this weight last year. If I talk about last year,
you lost weight,
20 kgs. Yeah,
that's not too bad. It sounds. Or?
So
was that because of stress or deliberately?
No, because during COVID we were doing primarily for work from home. So I started gaining some weight during that time, and 7 months of sabbatical and all these things, I gained a lot of weight by that time. I was having a lot of beers and all these things. So
Is that sort of relaxing, let it go, and just gaining weight because of maybe boredom somehow?
not boredom. I was just relaxed. You know,
Or
I was
eating out of habit?
absolutely. I've been eating out of habit, having a lot of alcoholic drinks, beers, and all these things. Yeah. So
Was that okay for you, or were you a bit, dissatisfied with that?
I was, but something that I was not working. So I thought let's dive into it. So that was some. But so on top of my work situation, which was not very good. It was in fact bad. My health was also not in a good
Your
shape.
physical, you were not fit.
I was in disarray, to be honest.
So how did you get out of this?
I pushed myself out
And
of it.
how? What did you do?
So I'll tell you first about the career thing. So then I thought to myself, Siddharth, let's improve your technical skill set. First of all, work on that.
The part that you were missing.
Yeah, the part
apparently.
that I realized what things I was missing and what I needed to work on.
So they made it clear to you.
Yeah. It made me, I was pretty clear what technical skill set is required in Netherlands. So I started working on that.
Okay. Could you do that by yourself, or did you go to any kind of school for that?
No, I learned it myself along the way. So I learned it via Udemy, by YouTube, by Google, all these sources. But
So
I never
online courses.
online courses. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Dutch. Shall I tell you about Dutch now?
Sure.
So what happened was there was a course that was happening in her company, and they were teaching her A1 to A2 level. And I was quite reluctant by that time as well. It was, I think, January, February this year. And I said, Ruchi, I'm not going to learn Dutch. Okay. This was in my mind. She said that, okay, Siddharth, they're teaching me. I'll teach you something. Let's go for it. Give it a try. I said, okay, let's go for it.
I'll be a teacher.
Okay. Yeah, she was my teacher by that time. But I slowly started enjoying the process. I really liked the process of learning a new language.
How come? Do you know?
I know she was teaching me that way. I was really liking it, really getting fond of the language. And then I was able to do these little things like ordering something in a cafe, or, these little things.
And have the joy of actually that they understood what you said.
Yes.
Nice.
That was really encouraging, And I did learn A2 all by myself. Like, she was there, but I learned it myself apart from her help.
That seemed to be a quality of yours, that you were able to teach yourself everything you need to know.
I keep myself motivated. I am not someone who needs a push.
Well, you came out of a sort of dip, right? Yeah. But you got back on track by, getting productive again, it sounds like.
So A2 I learned all by myself. Then I thought maybe it'll be a good chance. I'll probably land jobs now. But unfortunately, they didn't require A2 level. They required someone with B2 or C1 level.
Yeah.
A fluency.
Yes.
Then when I realized, no, A2 is not enough for me. Mm-hmm. And learning it myself, I can do that. But I won't never grow in confidence speaking to a Dutch person, right? Then I thought of taking a professional course so that I can speak professionally. And now as I speak to you, I'm already doing that course. I'm already close to B1 level.
So you're a quick learner.
I am indeed.
Yeah.
And but the thing is that I always try to push myself. There's no one pushing me. I push myself. So this is one.
Is this what it would require from someone in your situation?
Absolutely, it does. Yeah. So this is something that came in handy. My behavioral aspect, as you might say.
Did you learn this by yourself, being that sort of pushy to yourself, getting yourself further?
Yeah.
That is something that has it always been part of you, of your personality?
Yeah, it has always been like I don't try to find motivation from somewhere else. I try to I see quotes and I get motivated myself. So that is me in my nature.
Mm-hmm.
As far as health is concerned, I was 20 kgs over. So I was 90 at that time in January, 90 kgs. So I weighed myself. I said, wow, 90 kgs.
Did it shock you?
It did shock me. I was in disarray. So. But then I took up cycling. I really like the cycling thing.
Hey, another Dutch thing.
Yeah, another Dutch thing. I started cycling to the beach. It was 7 kilometers from here. Then I came back 14 kilometers. Then I started cycling a little more. I went for a 21 kilometer cycle in 1 hour with a normal cycle, not a fancy cycle.
That's how you lose your weight.
That's how you lose your weight.
Yeah.
Then I figured out that I can do jogging here as well, because jogging back in India was a little difficult because of the hot weather.
I can imagine.
Here it is pretty nice. And I started.
And many people do, huh?
Sorry?
Many people do.
Yeah, I do. And I love the fact that I go to Zouder Park now, and I'm planning for my first half marathon now next year.
Oh, nice.
February. And
There's many of those here.
I know.
Yeah.
I'll be participating in around 3 to 4. I'll try to. This will be my first half marathon in February. Then I'll plan to do a couple of more maybe next year. So
you sound like a Dutchie more and more to me.
But
running, cycling, speaking Dutch.
Yeah. So honestly, if I talk about just from the health perspective, I was scared to do a 5 kilometer run earlier. Now I've recently done a 20 kilometer run under 2 hours. So that is an achievement for me. Mentally, overcoming that obstacle of that I cannot run to running a half marathon will be achievement for me. So that is my health is concerned. So I'm losing weight. I'm still losing weight. I'm not at my best weight right now. I want to lose more weight. So yeah, this is one thing. That is as far as health is concerned. Dutch, I want to go till B2 at least. I want to go till B2 at least. B2 or C1. Let's see. Yeah, but that is my goal for the next 3-4 months, that I want to learn B2.
I hear goals here. And what's your goals in terms of integration in the Netherlands?
Yeah, so that is the plan. So when I started learning Dutch, it was purely because I wanted to get a job. But now when I'm getting more into it, I really want to integrate in the culture. I want to understand their culture. And that is my motivation. So it's kind of a double motivation for me to get a job and to integrate into the culture. So that is the plan.
Yeah. So you went through a whole sort of process, right?
Yes.
Personally. Quite the trip.
Yes.
Quite the journey. And looking forward, right? Looking in the next, let's say, 2 years, do you have any sort of ambition regarding that? Where would you like to be in 2 years' time?
I do have certain ambitions in terms of career. That first of all, I want to just get through into a decent company, which I prefer the kind of work culture. The skill I possess a lot. I have improved my skill set. So I want to get through that door, of getting into the work experience of Netherlands. First thing is that. Then slowly, I want to, probably enhance my the IT career. Maybe learn some AI, the machine learning aspect of things, and then slowly build it from there. So that is my plan for next 1-2 years.
Yeah. Sounds reasonable, achievable.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Quite a story. And this is exactly what we talked about. This is the spouse perspective, right? This is the spouse. How do you like overall to be the spouse and not being the one who is, let's say, in the center of this transition? Because the spouse is the one who comes along, right?
Yeah.
Do you recognize the difference?
I do. Now, honestly, I never differentiated between being a man or a woman in a relationship. I always gave as much importance to my wife's career as mine. So that was a thing. So when she got an opportunity I wanted her to take, I never said that I'll get an opportunity, you come with me. No, I said, it's your opportunity, go grab it.
I could hear that clearly. That's how we started.
Yeah,
you motivated her, and
I wanted her to grab that opportunity.
Yes.
So being a spouse, I don't mind. I'm not sure what kind of notion people hold about that, but I'm not concerned about that.
It varies per person.
Yeah.
I just know that, as we talked about, for the spouse, in many cases, it's quite a hard process.
It is.
Exactly because of what you said. You have built everything and you're letting everything go. And the one who's doing like the transition work-wise actually jumps on a new sort of, bridge, or jumps on a new world that's already sort of a little bit filled in, with work. And you came out of the blue and had to build from scratch.
It was tough for me. So it was difficult, but I never grew, I was never despondent. I never grew sad. I never felt dejected. I always thought I can fight it out. And I explored a new version of myself along this way.
Yes, you developed as a person.
Yeah.
Yes. And it's admirable. Really nice to see. Would you say that this mental process is important for people in situations like yourself?
Absolutely. Otherwise, they won't be able to survive. That is the most important. So in order to survive, you have to have that mental fortitude.
So just to round up, shall we try to summarize what were the mental strengths that you brought into this process and that made you sort of succeed? Because I see this as a success already, although maybe you haven't achieved your goals yet, but you have managed to go through this. So let's maybe summarize what were the mental tricks or the mental settings that you acquired that helped you to go through this? One for sure, you are able to push yourself. You're not waiting for others.
Yeah.
You're taking action yourself. The way that I got to know you in that workshop, right? You're speaking up and you're just actually, you want to take what you need and you want to go for it. That will be, would you be able to, together with me, find some more summaries of?
Sure. So, a few of these will be very cliche. Like, first of all, believing in yourself through all the rejections, all the downturns. You have to, you cannot stop believing in yourself. If you grow, you have to, there will be times when you will be frustrated, you will be, dejected, but you have to move out of that phase. You have to push yourself. So I always believe in that, always pushing yourself, try to be, most importantly, I realize one more thing. As I like to add this as well. Networking is very important here.
Yeah.
Because when I was back in India, I never felt the need of, I never realized the importance of networking because I was doing well. I was already in a job, all these things. But when I came here, I was starting afresh, So I realized the importance of networking. And
you knew nobody. Actually, when you started here, you started from scratch. So you had to build a new network. Maybe in India, you already had your network without even knowing it.
Yes. Now, I'm trying to build my LinkedIn presence, my presence. I go to expat fairs like the last time when I'm trying to talk to people, get to know about things, get to know about the culture, the work culture, everything. Yeah. So one thing is that. So always trying to improve upon what you have already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, that's actually what you say, including that. But one thing that sort of stands out for me as well is that as soon as you see there's a gap, you take action and you start learning. In this case, you learn yourself. It doesn't have to be that way. You could also go to other people who teach you things that you need to know. But in any case, make sure that you take action and you fill the gaps.
Absolutely.
That's needed, right?
Yeah.
So altogether, quite an achievement, quite a personal development. Thank you so much for sharing this.
Thank you, Michel, for having me, and thank you so much for sharing my story.
Thank you. Are you curious about available support during or after your move to the Netherlands? Then have a look at yourmovetothenetherlands.nl or contact us at contact@yourmovetothenetherlands.nl.